Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about the probably about 15 commands that you really need to know to model about, thousands of airplanes. There's only about a handful that you really need to know about and how to use. And yeah, so first of all, I want to thank my Patreons for allowing me to purchase a new webcam here. Through the generous donations that people have made over there, I was able to purchase a new webcam here. So greatly appreciate you guys. All right. Now, the commands that you really need to know. The first thing I would say is planes. The two types of planes that you really need to know is the types of construction planes that you really need to know is the plane at an angle and offset plane. Another plane that you really should be familiar with is the origin planes. So here they are. And like you can see those here, these are the planes. Pretty much everything you draw that you start a sketch on, it has to be on a plane unless you're drawing in 3D space. So you have to know how to insert planes and move them around. So these are the origin planes. And the planes that you really need to be familiar with are, let's say, the offset plane. So we go up to construct, and select the offset plane. Then you want to select the plane that you want to offset, whether it be this plane here, the right plane, the front plane, or the top or bottom plane. So if you, let's say you select this plane here, you'd select that plane and then you just offset it to where you want it to be. Okay, let's say we want it to be there, and we just click OK. Now I'm turn the origin plane off, planes plural, and let's say I want to create a sketch on this plane. Now I'm going to create a sketch on this plane to show you the plane at an angle. So what I'm going to do is just click the plane here and create sketch. Now we are on this plane here. And I'm going to just create a line here. Go ahead and do this. So L for line. And just create a line. We can go here to here. And click OK. And finish sketch. Now we come up here to construct and select plane at an angle. And we click this plane here. Now this here is at 0 degrees. So if you look at this front, it's straight up. But we can rotate this to whatever we need it to be. So you see that there. And that's plane at an angle. And pretty much, that's all you need to know to model thousands of airplanes in Fusion 360. Just those three things: the origin, so you can create a sketch on an origin or a form on the origin, etc. Or you can insert an offset plane from one of these planes, or you can insert the offset plane from this plane here too, an offset plane. So let's say if you want an offset plane from this plane, you just come up to construct, offset plane, and use this plane here, and then you can offset from it as well as these three over here, the X, Y, and Z. Okay. That's pretty much all you need to know about those. Now, the next command that you should know is the sketch command. And the sketch command is create a sketch here. So let's say we want to create a sketch on this front plane here. We select this plane here and come up here to create sketch. Now we are on this plane here. I turn the origin off. And you have various tools that you can use up here for the sketch. We have the 2-point rectangle, and that is, let's say we want a rectangle from here to here. We just select that point and select this point here, and that gives us our rectangle. Or if we want a center point circle, we just select this here, and wherever you put that point is the center of the circle, and you just move that out. Next thing we have here is the fit point spline. That's how we go there. And you want to use less points as possible when you're modeling a part. Okay, and now you have these here, and now you can adjust the line itself with these, and you can move it with this here, and you can adjust all the points here again like that. So that's another command or tool that you'll use a lot, especially the sketch. Now, I don't use the square as much, or a rectangle and the circle here as much as I do the spline. And another thing that you'll need to do use a lot is the line command. So that's just L for line, and then you just place your point click and wherever you want your lines at, etc. Okay, now that's the line, the circle, and the spline. Let's go ahead and finish this sketch. Okay, next thing we need to look at is the forms. Let's turn on the origin again. And let's say pretty much if you're modeling with forms, what you're going to do, you're going to use these forms up here, this command. You just click on it. And most of the planes that you model, you're going to use a cylinder or a box. And to do that, you click, let's say we use a cylinder. We click cylinder. Now it wants to know which plane, we actually selected the plane already, but let me cancel this. Okay. Finish form here. Okay, do that again. You're going to create form. Now, say we select a cylinder. Now it wants to know what plane to put this cylinder on. Select a plane or planar face. And let's say I want to put it on this plane here. So I just click this plane. Then, get this directly in front. Then I just select the center point of the circle that I want. Let's say if I want that it here. Then I just click that and drag this out. And drag this out to whatever diameter it needs to be. Then you just click that there. Then you go to the side and drag this out. And you want to add height faces to it so you can manipulate points to manipulate the cylinder around. So you have this here. Now you can select points all along this to move and stretch and move around to get to what shape you need it to be. And you can select the faces too. Just like that. And let's go ahead and finish this. And the box, same thing. It'll ask you what plane. And then a center again. So let's say I want my center to be here. And select how big you want this to be. And you can type in the numbers also, what you need. So let's say you typed in 25. And now you want to, well, let me type in 25 again. You type in 25 and you want the other direction. You hit the tab key and type in 25 also. And there's your box. And it moves just like the cylinder does. You can move all the points around or faces. Okay. Now, the next tool that I consider important is the combine tool as well. Go ahead and finish this. Let's say I'll split this. Well, let's say the split command is very important too. So I'll just do this. What I want to do, I'm going to draw or sketch a line through here and split this body here. And before I do that, I'm just going to make this a solid. And to make this a solid, I come up here to surface and patch this end here. The patch tool is very important too. And patch this in and click OK. Then stitch this side, this. Do this side again, there, and click OK. Now, this is a solid form here now. It's solid. And this one is solid as well. So what I'm going to do now is just draw or sketch a line down in the center here on this plane here, and a line command L, a line down here just like that. Finish that sketch, and now I'm going to split this body here. So I come up here to split body. This is a body to split. And my splitting tool I'm going to use is this line here, and click OK. Now I have these two bodies here, this and this. Now, if these two were not joined, like they're two separate bodies now, and let's say I wanted to have these two as one body, then you come up here to the combine tool. You click this and select the tool body. And then you click OK. Now, if you click the Keep Tools here and you clicked OK, this body, the tool body would be this one over here. This side would still be over here. Now, this would be one complete body, but you would still have the tool over here in case you still needed it. So let me go ahead and show you that real quick. Go back here. We have the two here. And I'm going to combine these two and click Keep Tools. And click OK. Now we have these two over here. Now, as you see, we have our one body here, which is this. But we also have the tool back here too, the one tool body. And you want to do that just in case you really need to keep that tool body back there. So that is the combine and the split tool. Two very important commands that you need to know. Now, another very important command that you need to know also, let me turn these two off up here, two bodies, is the loft command. And that command is create, loft, and let's just select this body here. Or, excuse me, I'm sorry, extrude, not the loft just yet. Going to extrude. select this body here, and pull this out. Okay. Now we have that. And let's go ahead and click OK. And now we have this body here. We can turn this body off, and we can turn that sketch back on of this. Now, what I'm going to do is do an offset plane of this plane here, which is important, like one of the commands that you really need to know. Offset plane. So this is it. Move this out and click OK. Now I want to draw on this plane here, or sketch on this plane, so I'll just click that, create sketch. And now what I want to do, another very important command is project. I want to project this circle onto this plane over here. So the letter P for project, and I select this circle, and as you can see, it's over here now, and click OK. Very important. Now you can change this, like if you want to do an offset now, you can do an offset of this. But we'll go ahead and finish this right now. And what I'm going to do is a loft now. Come up here to create. Loft, very important command. Loft. So we have profile 1 and profile 2. And loft, new body, and we go ahead and click OK. And that's how I use a loft. So I used to extrude this out, and then I use a loft with the two sketches. Very important command to use, to be able to use. Okay? Now, another important command to use is the mirror function. Let's create a sketch on this plane here. Okay, now let's say I wanted this over here on the other side. Let me turn this body off here, and that sketch. Okay, it's all here. Okay, now I want this to be on the other side over here as well. So, since this sketch here is on another plane when I drew it the first time, I'm going to have to project that. So I hit the letter P for project and select all the lines. I want to project, then click OK. Now what I want to do is mirror this. So I come up here to mirror. Wait a second here, and it's not letting me do that. No worries. I'll do the again. I'll do a box here. I don't know why this is not working, but let's see here. Okay. Interesting. No worries. I'll just do another sketch on this plane here. And create sketch. Now, I'll draw a line here to here, and click OK. And let's say I need this line over here, just this line. I would come up here to mirror, select this line here, and then the mirror line I want to use would be this here, and it creates a mirror image of the line, just like that. Now remember, to mirror a sketch object, you have to be in sketch, in a in sketch mode here like we are now, sketching an object. It's like, let's say I finish this sketch here, and I want it to mirror this line over here, and there is a mirror. As you can see, none of these are sketches. None of these will let you select a sketch item to be able to mirror that. So remember that you have to be in sketch mode to mirror a sketch object or a sketch item. Very important tool there. And so we've covered the mirror, the extrude, and the loft, project, the split body. Now a sweep. Let's take a look at a sweep. And let's see, let me go ahead and do a new design here for a sweep. And what I'm going to do here is just create a sketch on this plane here. And I'm going to just draw a line. And I'm basically just doing a simple airfoil. Now you see I'm in the sketch mode here, so I'm going to mirror this line here and select the mirror line itself. It's this line here, and you mirror that and click OK. Now you see we have that. Now we can go ahead and finish sketch. Now what I talked about earlier, the plane at an angle. Come up here to construct and use that plane at an angle and click this and leave this at 0 degrees because that's where I want it, and we go ahead and click OK. As you can see, how we inserted the plane here too, very important. Now I want to create a sketch on this plane here, so I click it, click create sketch. And now I'm going to use a spline. So I come up here to fit point spline. And let's just go there. Or actually, and align. Okay. Move these around a little. Go ahead and finish sketch. Then I'm going to come up here to create and use a sweep. And I'm going to change this to path plus guide rails and full extents. Select the two profiles. This is the path. This is the guide rail. And we have a new body, and click OK. And that's our sweep command. And that gives us our wing. Okay, so those pretty much are the most important commands that you will use to model, or using forms to model airplanes, or thousands of airplanes here in Fusion 360. And they're not a whole lot of commands. They're just the planes. The planes that you'll use would be the origin planes and the offset plane and plane at an angle. And those pretty much are it. Every time you see me model airplanes on here, that's all I use, just those three types of planes and construction planes. Next thing is that sketch command where you have the line, the circle, and the spline. Now, the most important ones, not most important ones, but the most ones that you'll see me use a lot are the spline and the line. I'll use a circle once in a while when I do the wheels and things that need a circle, but normally it's just the spline and a line. Two very important commands there. And using forms, what I do there, you'll use the cylinder and the box one forms the most to get all the shapes you need in forms and to be able to manipulate those around to get you the shape that you need. Now, other commands that you'll use are the combine, the shell. I haven't showed you the shell command. Let's say, let's do a little box here, create a sketch on this plane here. And I'm going to use the rectangle, 2-point rectangle. Just go from here to here. Finish sketch. Use the extrude command, E for extrude. It selected it for me already, and just pull this out and click OK. Okay, now we have our box. Now I want to shell this. You click on this, and you click on the box. And I want to shell this to the thickness of 1 millimeter inside. So we'll click OK. Now we have our box, and what I'll do now to make sure that is what we have, I come up here to inspect and do a section analysis and select the plane as this. And as you can see, here's the box here. And you can see it's hollow inside. And go ahead and cancel that. Okay, so now we have showed you how to use the shell command as well. And we have split body, the sweep, loft, extrude, mirror, project. So by having those commands, you can model literally thousands of airplanes. And in Fusion 360, there's over 1,400 commands to that you can have at your fingertips. But there's only a handful that you really need to model thousands of airplanes by using forms. And like I said, those are shell, the project, mirror, extrude, loft, sweep, split body, combine, shell. And the forms that you'll use are the cylinder and square. And the sketch commands, you'll use a line, circle, and spline. And then you'll have you'll use your planes. And the origin plane and the other two that you'll use are a plane at an angle or an offset plane. So yeah, so pretty much that's all I use when I model airplanes in Fusion 360. Now, I'll use some other commands as well, but they are important too. But just by using these, you can model thousands of airplanes. And if you're surface modeling airplanes, there are a lot more commands that I use also. But these are pretty much the main ones that I use when modeling forms. But anyway, that's it for this video here. And let's see, before I go, we have this frog foot. And when I modeled this frog foot, those are the commands that I use to do this. So yeah, you can, a lot of things you can model with those. But the like I said, there are over 1,400 commands, and the ones I just showed you are important, very important to model with forms. But anyway, I'll be coming out with some more airplanes and show you guys how to model and everything. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos on how to model more airplanes and things. So yeah, and if you're new to the channel and you like my videos, hit that like button as well. And also go ahead and check out my Facebook group and my Patreon site. And again, I want to thank all my Patreons for allowing me to purchase this new webcam by their donations and things. So If you need any help with modeling or anything, you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down in the comments. And I do help people. And over on my Patreon side, I can help you a lot more. Go over there and have a look on my Facebook group. Have a look over there, and my Patreon and my Facebook group. They're both called CAD Build Fly RC. Go over and have a look, and we will catch you in the next video. See you later.
Subscribe for more.